All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Hi, this is Team Celestial, Deep Space Products, Communication Products and Services Company. My name is Mayank. I'm responsible for strategic and technological development of this project. From the background, I'm a space engineer. I did my bachelor's in aerospace engineering, and I also worked for 2 years roughly in aerospace sector, and worked for various projects for aero engines and aero-derived engines for Rolls-Royce and for Siemens. I also have some research papers published under my name for various aerospace and aircraft materials and their performance parameters.
Yeah. My name is Johannes. My education background is actually in manufacturing engineering, and throughout my studies I've collected work experience in various industries. I've also been working with 4 different startups, so I'm also bringing in the startup working experience. And most recently I've been working with an innovation hub where I work with corporates on how to integrate new technologies. So I'm also bringing in the project management experience to this project.
Okay, so how come Celestial and how come this project come into picture? Because being a space engineer, I always dreamed about these CubeSat missions, which are really key and I think are really cost-cutting missions for the upcoming space missions. And somebody said lunar missions cannot be done by these small CubeSat missions, and this is where this project came into picture. There are many problems with the lunar missions. First of all, the data rates from the moon, they're really low, and all the sites on the moon, they are not easily accessible, especially the far side. And low-cost missions cannot be done because they do not simply have the energy to transmit data to such a long distance. And this is where we came into picture, and this is where Celestial is trying to solve the problem for these lunar missions. And how is Celestial trying to do it? Celestial is trying to deploy 3 different satellites, 30 to 40 kgs of mass, in a constellation around moon in a polar orbit. And by deploying this, working on S and X band communication link, we want to provide a communication infrastructure for all these upcoming lunar missions and give them a possibility to do CubeSat missions, just 1 new CubeSat missions on the moon and on the lunar surface. So basically, students can attempt theoretically they can attempt a lunar mission itself. And what are we offering? We are offering a small payload, a communication payload, which you see over here, very small in weight, very small in size, and we are offering ground station, and we are offering communication service, relay service from moon to earth and vice versa in just €2 per MB of data getting transferred. In our timeline, this is our first product, first prototype, which came into picture two weeks back, and now this will be tested and finalized by the end of July. And then by the end of this year, we want to have our second prototype, which would be really close to our final product, and this will be ultimately given out as our first product in the market by the end of this year. This product will be working on S-band link and would be available for all the Earth missions and deep space missions. We are trying to develop a communication products for deep space because we are attempting a deep space mission. And these products will be available off the shelf for all these missions which are going around Earth, for Earth observation, for constellations which are coming up, for various other activities and other communication satellites. And we want to establish ourselves as a company once we have this product and put this as our debut product in the market of space industry by the end of this year.
So that now Mayank has outlined our product plans. Let's take a close look at the actual market we're looking to target. As is clear already, we are targeting 2 different markets. The long-term market we're targeting is the lunar communication market. And for this, actually over the next decade, there's at least 50 missions planned by various actors. The first actor would be space agencies, obviously, which with our communication service, we're looking to provide with an option to extend their mission performance. The second actors would be startups, which can benefit from our communication service, also with a feature they can potentially forward to their customers. And the third actors, future actors, would be academic missions, which we would provide with access at all. So that was the long-term market we're targeting, but before this, we're also targeting the satellite communication market in Earth orbits. So for this, over the next decade, there's actually about 25,000 satellites planned, and out of these, 23,000 satellites are for communication. most of them in constellations. And these constellations are done by many new startups. So in addition, there's this trend of the in-house developed satellites being actually manufactured and assembled out of subsystems. So what we are going to be is a communication subsystem provider to these 23,000 upcoming communication satellites, also for the Earth orbit. So we're looking to get to our customers on the one hand via new channels like online subsystem, satellite subsystem marketplaces, but also on the other hand through traditional channels like fairs and also direct sales.
So why Airbus? So before going there, this is our prototype, and the details of this prototype will be explained in the video where we are showing this as a working prototype. Over here, I just want to highlight this prototype came into picture only because we got industrial innovators involved into us and giving us a grant to develop this. So money is of key value, and this is why one of the very key reasons why we are applying for Airbus. There are many reasons we are interested in Airbus and makes us excited to apply for it. First of all, there is 50k up to 50k investment that could be there for our prototype, and this actually coincides with our plans to put our product in the market by the end of this year. 50k would be an ideal sum of money for us to develop our second prototype and demonstrate its key performance parameters. Right now, we have a prototype which is a proof of principle. Now we want to move forward. Secondly, with the Airbus, we expect to get access to the laboratories, to the test equipments, and to the development equipments and kits, where we will be able to develop our even improved prototype, and then also our final product which we want to put out in our market. And thirdly, the access to the mentorship, to the experts, and to the key people who will help us and guide us to improve our technology, who will make us learn the key technologies and the key equipments we need to develop our prototype and our products. And thirdly, the Orion mission. So Airbus is one of the company which is already dedicatedly looking towards Moon as the future space platform to be launched into deep space exploration for the human race. And we think Airbus, the vision of Airbus coincides with our vision. And we want to deploy this constellation on Moon and provide a communication infrastructure which would also help Orion mission, for example, and many other such missions coming up in the near time with this communication infrastructure. So this is, we see a mutual development where Airbus will help us right now, and we can be a very good support for the Orion mission and various other missions from Airbus and many other big players for the lunar missions. And that is why the Biz Labs at this point would be a very ideal place to be in and develop our technology.
So actually at the moment we are already part of 3 acceleration incubation programs, which have on the one hand provided us with office space, but also with a founders grant, which enabled us as the founders to focus almost full time on this project. They also provided us mentorship and also, as mentioned, the prototyping grant, which enabled us to do our first prototype. So now with BizLab, we are looking to actually move into our second prototype and eventually also into our first product, for which BizLab would be the optimal addition to our acceleration programs. So with this being said, thank you for your time, and we're looking forward to your response.
Thank you very much.